Hi Zach, this is Dave from WebGarden. I'm going to do a short little screencast on the latest news section on the ZALI website. I just want to mention that we've already done the slider section, we've already done the services section, and the clients section. So this has to do exclusively with this area down here below in the white. I've already input one potential news article just so that you could see this before we even started. This is the old default one. You'll note that there's no image above there, and eventually this will just be removed. I haven't done that yet. Just wanted to show you that this comes up in 3 columns, just like the majority of the rest of the site. So the only thing that is required to get going is to be logged in and hover over the new button up here on the admin bar. Go to Post. And I figured I'd just come over here and take a look at Consider the Sources website, and it looks like they've been around for 10 years and they have a free compilation album download. So why don't we pretend like we're writing a little news article on that. I'm going to download their little cover art here. I keep everything organized by client and Dropbox, so I'm just going to go ahead and save that there. Come back here and say Consider the Source. Celebrating 10 years. Let's see. Celebrating, I don't know, 10 years. Anyway, feel free to change any of this, by the way. I also went ahead and copied this little column right there, and let's just make sure that, looks all good. Let's say that we're totally done with this, and maybe what we want to do is obviously input a link to their website. Maybe say something like get, what was their, here we go. Maybe let's make this something bigger. Get a free compilation album download, something like that. And then we're going to turn this into a link and send it out on another tab because we don't want site attrition. And then I'm just going to actually grab the URL, paste that in there, and this is kind of fits into that category, and also I don't know, some announcement. We'll go ahead and input some tags. Consider the source. Celebrating 10 years. CMT. ZALI Presents. And it's always good to have somewhere between 3 and 5 tags anytime you do something like this. Last but not least, we're going to actually go ahead and upload that featured image that I downloaded a moment ago. You'll see it. Dropbox is already the pointed location for the uploads there. As soon as that finishes uploading, I will actually insert it into the post as the featured image using that little button on the bottom right. And last but not least, I'm going to go ahead and click on this little publish button. It's not much of an article, but it'll do for the purposes of this little tutorial. Again, feel free to come back and edit any of this stuff. If you do want to edit, you can always go and see all of the current posts that are online. You'll see I'm going to go ahead and trash both of those since they are really not viable at all. And you can go into either of these posts and edit the details by clicking right on them, clicking on this edit button that pops up when you hover over the article. You can also edit some of the details by using Quick Edit. So anyway, let's go ahead and check out the home page now. So this is the slider, services, clients. Aha, now here we go. So the way that this all gets ordered is by post date. So if you post something in 10 minutes, it's going to appear right over here on the in the first slot there. The home page will display up to 6 um, articles, and after it gets to the third one, there will be a horizontal line that runs through, and then the next set of 3 will appear beneath that. If you want to change that to some other number, 9 or something like that, that's not a problem. If you want to change any of the formatting here, it's pretty easy to do. For example, if you didn't want there to be an excerpt from the article, it's really easy for me to change little things like that. You'll note that you can get through and actually read either of these articles simply by clicking on the photo, by clicking on the title, or by clicking on the continue reading button. So let's go ahead and click on one of these. This will probably be slightly more interesting. And just take a look at the formatting here. So you'll notice you get the featured image, you get the title of the article, and then you also get the different categories. And it's actually kind of cool because you can actually click on either of those category lists, and eventually I'll have this all formatted as well. But anyway, for right now, you can see which categories and how which categories that they're posted and which tags were used. And then, the rest of the article here. You'll also notice that there is a post navigation that I coded up. I think it looks kind of cool on this gray background. Actually, that's another question I wanted to ask you. Might as well do it now. Do you want these pages to be to maintain this gray background and be centered like this or paged like this? I could just make the whole background white on all of these other pages if you prefer. So anyway, just let me know on that. I believe, Zach, that is the end of this little video. Please do let me know if you have any questions or trouble using this feature. Thanks so much. Bye.